Okay, so today we are going to learn about that is circles. Circles you have already learned it in your ninth standard. Okay, and all the concept like what is a circle, what is a circumference, what is a center, radius, diameter, chord. All these things you have learned it in your lower classes. Just to we try to recapitulate everything to remember everything. Here a circle from the center, okay, if it is drawn from the fixed point, okay, this is a path traced around the fixed point, you call it as a circle. Now this path traced is called circumference. The circumference is also called as perimeter of the circle. You know what is a perimeter? A perimeter is the length of the of any polygon or any diagram. So here the length of the circle is called circumference and it is also called as the perimeter. Now radius is the distance from the fixed point to any point on the circle, you call it as the radius. Radius is the distance from a fixed point to any point on the circle is called as a radius. Now when we draw a line passing through the middle of the circle, center of the circle, now I have named it as BOA. Now this BOA is the diameter of the circle. Now, next is let's see what is a chord. A chord is a line joining any 2 points on the circle. Now, P is a point and Q is a point. I've joined these 2 points with a line. Now, this line you call it as a chord. Okay. Now, when we see this as a chord, here also B and A is any 2 point on a circle. So, BOA is a chord and we call it as the biggest chord. So, diameter is also called as the biggest chord of the circle. Okay. So, and a diameter is made up of two radius. See here OA and OB. A diameter is made up of two radius. Okay. One more thing I forgot to tell you about here is now this you will be learning this year. If there is any fixed point and there's a path traced around the fixed point at an equidistance, we call it as a locus. Now this is a circle is also called as locus. What is locus? A locus is a path traced around a fixed point at an equidistance. You call it as a locus. Okay. So this locus can be, can be explained in a different way. But here, just to tell you, a circle is also a locus. Now here, next we'll see what is concentric circle. A concentric circle is number of circles drawn from the same fixed point. Number of circles drawn from the same fixed point with a different radius. See here there is one radius and from here to here it is a different radius. Again I can draw a circle from here to here with a different radius. Number of circle drawn around the same fixed point with different radius, you call it as concentric circle. Next is circumscribed, circumscribing a circle. Now, see here, when you draw a circle around a polygon like this, when you draw a circle around a polygon, this year you learn how to draw a circle around a triangle, circumscribing a triangle. Same way here we have circumscribed a circle around a polygon. Okay. Now this circle is called circumscribed. The circle is circumscribed. Okay, and whereas this triangle drawn and the quadrilateral drawn inside the circle, the polygon is inscribed. Because it is inside the circle, it is inscribed. Similarly, here we come to learn about inscribing a circle, inscribed circle. Now, in a triangle, this here you have learned how to draw a circle inside a triangle by drawing angular bisector and all. You have learned it how to draw. Now, this circle inside the triangle, you call it as inscribed circle. Okay, and here in this polygon also we have drawn a circle inside the polygon and this is a circle is inscribed. Now the polygon drawn outside the circle is called circumscribed. the polygon is circumscribed. See here, a polygon is circumscribed, and here circle is inscribed because circle is drawn inside. Okay. Next thing is we'll just try to recollect what we learned at in 9th standard. Okay, 9th standard you learned about a chord and the center of the circle. Now here AB is a chord and O is the center of the circle. When you draw a line from the center to the center of the chord OP, okay, now this is perpendicular. This is perpendicular. OP is perpendicular to AB. Now, when OP is perpendicular to AB, now AB is divided into two halves. AP is to BP. They both are equal. AP is equal to BP. This you learned it in your 9th standard. Now, second thing that you are going to learn is when you have a line drawn from the center to two different chords. Now, OP and OQ are the distance from the center to two different chords. Now, OP is equal to OQ. When this distance is equal, the length of the chord is also equal. So OP is equal to OQ, then AB is equal to CD. The length of the chord is equal. Now, vice versa. If the chords are equal, the length from the center to the chord is also equal. The chords are equal, the length from the center of the circular is also equal. Okay. Now, third thing that you have learned is when two chords are drawn, okay, and from the center, if the length is not equal, now ON is smaller and OM is bigger, okay, when the lengths are not equal, the chords drawn are also not equal. Now OM is greater than ON. When the length from the center to the chord is bigger, the chord is smaller. When the length from the center to the chord is smaller, the chord is bigger. Then AB is lesser than CD. This is what you learned